We are approaching the first lunar eclipse that we're having an Aries Libra nodal axis phenomena that it's pointing at men and women, the Venus and Mars. And that's why I personally have been talking the way I have about men and women. And I already expressed on the video that I'm going to tack on to this one how irritating, how it's low. It's a low life subject matter. I've always stayed above and buoyant above the level of those two idiots that think that they're more real than just being one and the truth of things. What I really wanted to talk about, I was just channeling something in my computer. Pardon me while I start just going to try to erase some things. I know that I need to erase a lot of things, and it's nothing that's really happening with the computer. And they choose to shut you down, especially if you're on to something. If you're somebody who is forefronting information that is so simple, they don't want you to know it. They have to use all scientific advances, includes generations of human energy lying to them, to work to build the fucking infrastructure that they need to keep all of the simplicity of our creation down. I'm not talking to you Christians. I'm not talking to you people. You people are actually atheists. And then from there, I mean, okay, so I'm not talking to your narcissists. That's what I mean. Because the way that you view the human flesh, like how you have entitled yourself to have kids and stuff, and you think it's about sticking your head clear up each other's asses so far that you don't even consider the truth, right? Like, uh, um, you don't even ask if there's a different possibility other than being hijacked, say, like the programming that's impossible. See, that's what my last video is very intense. I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I feel. See, I do have a personal life, and like I said, I have an autobiography. But see, now let's step back. It's not an isolated incident. I'm a very frank person. I'm somebody who knows how to solve problems. I'm actually right now, despite the confusion that I'm looking at all around me, people are going mad. They're miserable. It's possible that they're spiraling into hell. They're trying to grab anything and everything. This is all walks of life. I'm looking at this. Might be for all my life I've been kind of noticing. This is what a 144 will notice. And you're like, wait a minute. I have to hold. See, the 144 activated, they are a pillar. They're known to be the pillars. And they're not ever going to come together on the globe. They are set kind of equally in radius around the world, and all we do is radiate. And we don't stay in self-deception if not for very long. We are penetrating to the depths of what the ancients already has known, and what is essential to getting back on track, if there is such a thing, at the very least, to offer to offer the human soul a passage into space, which is full of life and all the possibilities of all worlds, created by a healthy imagination. See, there's a school here that we're in, and you get a healthy imagination by tapping the truth in reality. And that imagination is what the mind is doing when it's working. If it's working correctly, you have a healthy imagination. There's so many modes of operating with your as a mind, with thought. and what it all is, what it possibly can be. Um, See, I don't want to come back here to a mess that something is like I was irresponsible about, that I'm supposed to pull up on. And I know so far as just me, and this confirmed by deities. Hi, Jesus, was that you? Yes, I said, do the opposite, girl. Do the opposite of that first compulsory suggestion. Will you stop grabbing me then? Thank you. God, did I forget what I was saying? I need to erase the thing. I need to continue channeling what I was trying to channel. I wish it would have not stopped. It would not have stopped the last time. But see, it's coming through. And the thing is when you get restless like that, it's okay to talk to yourself. It really is. There's plenty. Scientists and professors. There's a story of Einstein. If you think Einstein did anything real, which he didn't. He had a wife that was very smart, and he drew off of her. She, you know, drew off of her ideas. Um, I like to say that, but no, it's proven that a violin helped him. A violin helped him. As soon as he picked up the violin, he learned quantum physics, because that's what music is. Music points at all possible maths and even interdimensional frequencies and vibrations, and it's all about frequency and vibration. It's about scales and octaves and measurements of that, and it's very geometric. And once you learn music, you will be learning how to learn every single else there is that's worth learning. See, that's the thing, is that once you dislocate from true intelligence by way of just discarding higher learning tool, which includes your bodies, you can start just drifting away into fucking cartoon land, which that's the world for you. Say welcome to the world, and how all of it's operating at this time, because there's evidence of different way to do electrical service and even water and everything. Just trying to erase some things here, and see, what I'm feeling is, okay, look, there's going to be an a full moon in Libra. Libras, are you balanced up yet? Because if you don't achieve balance, you are a wreck. You are the problem, especially the last 14 years. They, I hate to say this, as a 5 planets in Libra, okay, I have an Aries rising, and thank God. I always say, thank God for my Aries rising. It totally weeds out the fucking shit that Libra can really be. I have Sun conjunct Mars, which I'm Mars ruled. That's what Aries is Mars ruled. And so when the Sun conjunction, it's just the identity of the Sun now is just infused with that planet. And then you look what's that? What's in association about Mars? Well, I happen to be Mars ruled. I'm an Aries. So we're changing that Sun into a very more, I want to say, burned, man. It's fucking burned. It's reduced down to just lava. It's like it's just a base. It says, no, I am the military base. I'm just, we are not going to put hither and thither. I mean, it's an underground damn thing. With Pluto there, I hate to say, I mean, it's kind of interesting. Pluto, the Sun conjunct, um, the moon that's going to be eclipsing in Libra is at 4 degrees. It's like I have a 369, Sun, Pluto, Mars, and the moon is going to be eclipsing at 4 degrees. This is in between my Sun and my Mars. See, I'm dealing with something. I'm dealing with a lot of energies here, and I'm a shaman. With that, um, with the aspects that I have, includes Neptune. I didn't mention that the generational aspects the aspect that I am like this. I know I'm a leader because, and leaders aren't good, babe. When I say a leader, a lot of narcissists is like, you're the leader? Why should I look up to you? Because I'm going to sacrifice myself on a fucking shish kebab over there. Are you ready? Cool, you want to be a leader, huh? I love you, Christ. God, get me out of here, please. What do I have to do? Never want to come back here again. I don't. All you can get here is fucking worse. Unless you go the right path, and that's the spiritual path. I have Jupiter being conjuncted by Venus and Saturn in Pisces. And if there's a spiritual part about me that swings a bucket of fucking a lot of energy around, man, that's my Jupiter over there. Really, it's my ascendant who is holding its heart right now, because it's like, you know what? You are misunderstanding me. You are misunderstanding the human spirit. Most people are. I'm speaking for the very raw part of the instinct, the best of the human possibility that has an instinct, it has intuition, it has telepathy, it has empathy, it has a sensory system that is equal to an MRI or a fucking X-ray or a, transmitter like your cell phone. I am not kidding. All of those sciences that were derived, that we have, that synthesizes these means of seeing and communicating, is coming out of having seen precisely what the interaction is between the human and this reality. What is reality? Why is it here? What is it? How is it coming here? They have robbed the shamans of their deepest knowledge about how are we here? Why do they say we are one with the universe? There's a lot of frequencies that I'm putting up with here. Everybody is, though, but if you can imagine the 144 being targeted, that's why I have a camera on me right now. They know that we know that, oh, really, we can broadcast and talk about God and the realm and, the reality and how we are one, and start this realm was made by, I don't want to get into it right now. See, um, the thing is I have a personal life and I'm trying to keep up with a lot of shit, and I'm going to get to it. See, that's what you're going to do too. I am humanity. With the eclipse coming up in Libra, has everything to do with our relation with each other. See, I would be one to say it has to do with our relation with each other. It doesn't have to do with relationships. That's a trap. You figure, see, that the relationship thing means that somebody doesn't understand something, and now you're going to get involved. And it's like this: you either can relate, you have a relationship with everything. You're trapped here on this fucking boat. Call it Earth, and how are you interacting with the truth? That's the thing you're in ship with. And then from there, you can say, are we relating? We relate through there. We don't relate through just our minds assuming, because some other mind suggested it into you. This is what I can feel is just so irritating. See, and how are we going to get through it? See, there's going to be a natural process. It's already happening. Like I said, the eclipse has everything to do. It's going to point with. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, if you're having a hard time in your relationships and stuff, and you don't know like which way to go, like oh, is this the right one I should be with, and blah blah blah. You need, first of all, you guys need to keep communicating, because if there is a question, most likely it's no. It's a natural feeling that you're there and you're staying together. It's not even a thing that you need to talk about. It's just like, wow, isn't this great? And you just find it, and the older you get, the more grateful you should get for that delicacy that comes in. And the thing you'll find about a narcissist is they can't be grateful full about shit. They're not a human being, so they don't have the same fucking things that you're experiencing. Excuse me. Okay, they're not a human being, so they're not experiencing the same things. They're not going along the lines, pardon me, of like saying, oh, there's like that growth can happen. Well, they do it in a different way, and it's through the mind. If you want to get really into it, man, it's through the mind. Manipulation. They create a situationship. They want to cause a trouble. They'll cause you a trouble. They want to back you into a scenario, into your own mind. They want you into your own mind, and the stability is very much convenient for them. Then they can really put them in their place and put you in your place. And a game is always being played by these people more like the mind. The mind is always trying to keep itself entertained with the games it'll play that says, I won that one and I won that. Kind of like, yeah, it is. And the main win is just that I'm more real than the truth. Boy, it's an arrogant shit fucking face. If you really look at it, that if you can suspect that if it really knew that it was there, the thing is that they don't know that they are there. The phenomena is that once the mind with itself sees the mind, it dissolves, and what is left is the very beauty of reality. Now, how does a mind get around to seeing itself? It can happen accidentally in the presence of a master. The master is capable of taking time with the minds that come to them. A master is thousands of years old. It's the highest version of a human that could ever happen. The highest version of we, of you, of all that can possibly be through meditation. Somehow there are people, pardon my hair, I, what happened to my hair, you might notice it is like a pair of scissors. Well, I thought I knew, I saw it, and I've done really well in the past, but apparently, I don't know, I think it's Venus. I don't know, there's something going on. Yeah, thank God it'll grow out. Sorry if I broke the moment there. Just wanted to talk about the intensity of the thing that can break through for us if you can just bother to communicate. Not only you're not really necessarily communicating to them. It's a communication with yourself. You're having an experience. You're having feelings. You're going to get profound feelings, right, throughout life. And one of the most profound feelings you'll get is the feeling of the mind collapsing, but making a breakthrough in a certain way that you don't hang on to the mind anymore because what's on the other side is feeling better. It's working better. And see, the problem that we have with narcissists, if whatever it is, if it's a learning disability, if it's a literal brain damage, something different in the mind, oh, it could be neurological, it could be, but really it's a handicap that tries to cover itself up, and it just gets a certain way to mask it, and it's just blinding because we're talking about shades of gray here. I'm being influenced. Everybody is. We cannot take. I want to tell everybody right now. I don't know if you've noticed. I mean, there's. See, I want you to want to let you know as humanity, this is what time it is. What's happening. The eclipse. See, Libra rules justice. It's just the ability to see the truth and say. And when you work with the truth, you're not fighting for anything if you're fighting against the truth, and the truth is like, what are you fighting for? You don't even have anything that's real. Or you're fighting for your what? Your ego, the fact that you just don't want to die. It's ego death. I've said that a few times on Facebook, and I know a lot of people don't know what I mean. It's like, fine, go ahead and misunderstand that, and especially the ones that spy on me. You know, all they're doing is learning more and more. I can see it's just I'm the most heaviest influence they've ever fucking experienced in their life. Because hey, thanks for keeping the lights out. I mean, and if you communicate to my favorite residences on this street, who I've heard nothing but bad news about them, like that they are terrible people, but their presence in my life, who the truth about them is that they have done nothing but help me, and then I've had decent conversation and interaction with the woman, and I do nothing but love people, and I think they felt it, and they see me alone. They know me for fucking 25 to 30 years, okay? Especially when I moved back in with my grandma the last, what, I've been here now since 19, or 8, 20, 26, I'm sorry, 2006 or 7, 8, 8, 7, 8. Um, so they observed me alone here. I took care of my grandma. Babes, you don't try to convince somebody who has an experience of me, a quiet experience of me, because we only talk a little bit, and I could tell they have nothing but respect. And then so you try and get in between that and say, what do you think? Smoking pot. Well, what do you think about other people whose sons have been killed by alcoholism, and you're talking to one right now, and you just don't have an experience deep enough, and you're getting more and more shallow, and it's too bad you couldn't get along with nobody. Why can't you build a bigger a fence up for them? Because secretly, I bet you anything, they want that. Mind your own fucking business. You're not palling up with anything. It's now, there isn't going to be any air to breathe for narcissists. For the ones who are doing gaslighting, they're doing shadow boxing, which means they have a lot of work to do inside, right? But but they're going to use me or you. And see, this is the thing. It's like, go ahead, use me. Go ahead. It's more like, but don't abuse me. See, we're here to use each other. The therapist, it's not easy. Most of us aren't going to go to a therapist, right? Guess who rules therapist? In the big book of Libra, therapists, counselors, lawyers, mediators, they are just people that, man, they have the concern of human relationships on their mind. They're like, it's the first realization of the other. You have 12 pieces of the pie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Sorry. The sixth, 7. The seventh house, directly, it's the first realization in human consciousness. Libra represents the first realization of the other. Could be illusory, but no, this is Venus saying there's Mars, or there's Mars saying that there's Venus. It's just that hey, it's looking like you're there and I'm here. That's it. It's just, it's very much an illusion. Because now, Libra's key word used to be love. Pardon me while I sound anxious, it's because I'm afraid this is going to turn off. But until the 1940s, all the material written in English stopped saying that Libra, the key words is I love, and it goes to I balance, which I appreciate that more because it's more directly pointing at the scientific function that Libra really is inside of the human body. You can say it's the librium. It's also like the library of your entire mind, which is storing. Now, I talk about the truth a lot. If you look at the truth, the T, it looks like a scale, right? It looks like it's got this balance thing. You don't see a T going like that or like that. See, it's truth that is actually plumb. It's like a nail on the head, man, type of thing, having to do with, of course, it's not a mystery. It's not. See, a mystery is well, how does it get so far away from our perception? And there is masterminds and presidents on this plane who don't even want you to think that this is an important conversation, but really you'll never hear anything like it better, only when you get miserable enough. And this fucking place is full of miserable people. I'm sitting in the middle of a blackout. I don't know if you want to call it California or whatever the fuck has filled the slots up on my street. It's now time that we look around and say, hey, you know what? Hi, how are you? God, thank you for the apples. I have eggs that I hate to say it. You see, I have 10 chickens. They'll lay 10 a day. And I'm noticing, I'm like, oh shit, I have 40 eggs. I had to throw a lot away because I just left them out. You know, you can't trust them after a while. Anyway, some of them are trying to, anyway, hey, it's because we've got wasteoids around me and I would rather fucking throw those fucking eggs at them. Pouring fucking asphalt down. Betraying. It's betrayal. It is. It's like if you're a tribe member and you're here like with an intent that you're in the mountains or something, that's betrayal. And you can't have enough steam or emotions or emotion to fucking move somebody into fucking looking at it at least once, a little bit. And then in 120 years, in your fucking reincarnations, you come back with a little fucking glimmer of hope in you that says, wait a minute. Maybe you think twice about taking a fucking deal from the deep state at any time. Any money deal, anything. What are you doing for money? What are you doing? Why? Was that any of your idea? Just to make money? That's what Libra rules. Libra actually rules the scales that weighs out. Um, let me just meditate on this. It really does have everything to do with our human energetic currency. See, because love, imagine that. That's the human part of us. It's very human. It's the one that gets shit done. Um, rain or shine. It's the one that just gets up and I'll do it. I'll do it. Just gets it done, rain or shine. The thing is what is it doing? See, that's the thing about it. It's like, wait a minute, you won't even see if you don't even acknowledge that that energy is there. See, and there I go to the conversation that a lot of people living in the middle of July um, try to tell me is that Shauna, no, money. It's just It's just a transfer of energy. It's just energy, and that's an incomplete sentence. Of course, coming from the binary non-human, because it's an incomplete sentence. Otherwise, you would say it comes from human energy. It's just human energy. Yeah, it is. If you get your shit right, then you would figure out, well, where are you putting your money and really what's the game you're playing. Ugh, it's fucking disgusting. I gotta go to sleep. There's a lot going on. I am feeling it now. I wish I had way better association than I have now. Only because see, you know, you can be in the presence of narcissists for forever, you know, right there in the same room forever, and they're not really gathering information like that you think they are, or what they're doing. It's totally different because they're there for themselves and not. Um, See, there. It's. I'm not saying it's bad to not tune into yourself. See, they can't dial in on anything else, but whatever their mind is up to, and it's like God. The thing is, oh, it, the one thing they can generalize before I knock this out, because we're not. The mind's nature is not a mystery. The Buddhists are trying to talk about it. The main thing that I see though is like they are men, and they kind of tap dance around it. It's like, will you please hit it on the head every once in a while? Let us know that I lose my train of thought here. Sorry, I'm really sorry about that. I'm gonna start being able to make sense. I'm experiencing something that is all it can do. You know, this is the problem. See that we see. Okay, this is what's happening, babes. Because there's a faction, narcissists. people that are fully encapsulated in the mind, and they start trying to defend the mind. What I mean is, okay, so now take judicial systems or any kind of thing that says we're going to solve your problems for you by way of law enforcement. Um, uh, Great concept and idea, but why do you need that in the first place? And who's going to do that for us? Well, see, the narcissist is into that. They don't work out. They're not locative of reality. So the problem is those court scenes. It's biblical, right? If you look at the story of Christ, it's hilarious. But I see it now as it's necessary. A lot more people should be sacrificing themselves, and those people sacrificing them, they love that person. They're trying to show the rest of the organism that you do not value people more than the truth. And I know that that sounds fucking stupid, but you're stupid if you're gonna stick your heads up each other's asses in an ideal of what each other really is with traditional values while you're being fucking spoon-fed by something else that says it's going to take care of you, but it's not taking care of you for shit. And then, but eventually now it gets up to a threshold where, um, do you have a lick of truth in your grasp to save your fucking selves from just choking on each other's fucking, imagining each other's being more real than all of existence, reality, even your bodies. What does it need? It's weird. It's like we are sharing the planet with people that don't need water or air or good foods. They can't fucking tell one bit of the difference of the other. That's the truth. That's the problem with what we're going to have with Libras coming awake. It's like you cannot fuck with them. Why? They are that love. They are love. What if a community of people understood that? Even a courthouse. They said, "Oh God, we need to sacrifice somebody because to show the rest of the world how to live." That you just say, "Nah, you throw your shit out especially if it comes down to that, you would rather save yourselves over surrendering to the truth." Why does the Jesus subject come back? Oh, well, we have still Venus and choking now in Pisces. If you ever knew Venus and Pisces, they're so hopeless romantics, especially about the mystic and the Jesus thing or the spiritual fairy tale even. Let's go there, but yeah, the spiritual, the idealized deity, the woman in the mermaid. Uh, I'm not a mermaid. I keep my head above the waves. Having said that, please listen to this. Because where is Venus? Venus is trapped while we have all this eclipse thing going on, and it's probably better, right? It's good to be a mermaid. But with Saturn babes, I bet you anything this is the song to listen to. I went down to the edge of the water. You were afraid to go in. You said there might be sharks out there in the ocean, and I said I'm only going for a swim.